We know that dairy is related to acne. The largest trials, however, on dairy were done on, they looked at different types of milk rather than no milk versus milk. And they found that skim milk was the largest contributor of forming acne. But in my opinion, it's always dairy. So I always say to my patients, especially the younger ones that come in or older ones with that acne rosacea, get rid of dairy. And that doesn't mean dairy just in form of milk, cheese, yogurt, but it's also the hidden stuff, the dried powders that are in granola bars and soups and canned soups and so forth. So they're whey protein, casein, and milk solids. So they're all 3 items that they can put into any product because it has no flavor and it adds weight to the product. So if you look at your granola bar next time, look for the ingredients because you'll definitely see one of the 3 in it. And they also cause acne. So you have to be very careful.
Do we know what about them causes the acne?
Yeah. So milk in general has a few factors in it. So if we just talk about cow's milk, they have insulin growth factor 1, which is a chemical that grows things in your body. So it can grow the little pimples that we have in your skin and then generate more sebum or the oily sort of material that comes out of your pores or out of your pimples. And that's what it sort of makes it happen more and more the more you have insulin growth factor 1. We generate it ourselves through our liver, but when we take milk in, it shifts the axis. So it almost tells our body to make more of it.
Really?
Yeah. And then cow's milk has high amounts of insulin properties that cause insulin resistance. So that in turn affects your androgen axis, the hormones that you release from your body. It affects that level. So then you're getting, again, it eventually links it all the way back to the sebocyte, the pimple forming cells. They make them grow much more faster. So for that reason, I always tell my patients that you need to really take it out. And the other thing I say to my patients is, well, you're drinking someone else's hormones. Breast milk from a cow, which is what is cow's milk, has testosterone, progesterone, estrogen. I can tell you one patient I had. So I do give out medications. Don't get me wrong. So one of the medications we give out is a retinoid, a vitamin A tablet, but it has side effects to it. Like you can get depression and anxiety, and you can't give it to every patient of yours. And I had a teenage boy with big cysts and boils on his face. I mean, they were covered all the way down to his neck.
Poor guy.
And he was severely depressed and was on medication. So the psychiatrist was not happy for him to go on that medication. So the next best thing is antibiotics, and I'm not a big fan and I don't like to be on it for long term, but they don't help with boils because they're too big. And all I said to the mother was, okay, we can try the antibiotics, but let's try you going off the dairy. I mean, you need to be strict because of his condition. It looks terrible. And she came back 2 months later and they were all gone. And she said actually it took only a month for them to disappear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so dairy seems to be the big offender here.